We have dash cam footage of the Kentucky bridge crash and a backstory. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the semi-truck that crashed and almost plunged into the water off a bridge in Kentucky back on March 1st of this year, 2024. Now, I believe I covered the rescue footage in one of my live streams, and it was crazy. It was a whole big thing, and people were asking, hey, how did this semi-truck end up off the edge of the bridge? What caused this? What led up to it? Was the driver impaired? Was it the driver at fault? Was it somebody on the road who was at fault? How did this whole thing happen? Well, now we have dash cam footage that shows what went on, and we have info from the courtroom. So first things first, let's get into the actual dash cam footage. And of course, I will link everything in the box. But check it out. So you had a young lady right there driving semi-truck on the bridge. She's not on her phone, not distracted, got her eyes on the road. Now I have the sound on and I'll let it play and I'll talk afterward. Let's go ahead and roll it. Close call, very close call. So I'm gonna just kind of go through it again with the sound off so we can see what happened. All right, so you see she's not distracted. She got her eyes on the road. She's not on her phone, nothing like that. Eyes on the road, hands on the steering wheel, doing your thing, okay? Now, she's driving, not speeding, everything's good. Now, all of a sudden, this car right here swerves. Now, what it looks like is there's a car right there that stopped on the road, okay? So that's what it looks like. That car on the right-hand side on the slow lane is stopped. And the black car was not paying attention. So rather than crashing into the back of that car, it swerves, and now the car is coming into oncoming traffic. And of course, you see, look, there's nothing she can do because it happened so quickly. By the time she was able to react, the car already hit her. And I'm sure that the car, when it hit the truck, probably broke the steering column, punctured the tire. So all she can do is just go that direction in which she was hit. You see her moving the wheel, right? She's moving the wheel like clockwise, trying to go the other direction, trying to go to the right. Clockwise, you're trying to go like this. You're trying to go that way. But because the vehicle hit the truck, probably broke the steering column, it's the momentum and everything will push you that direction. So now she's off the edge of the actual, the bridge. Now, God was on her side that day. That ain't nothing but God, because she could have easily plunged into the water right there. Easily. God was on her side that day. It was a miraculous rescue. Shout out to the fire department, the police, and everybody out there in, I think it's in Louisville. Shout out to you guys. You guys were just amazing. Fantastic job. And I'm glad that she is okay, at least physically. You know, it's got to be kind of a traumatic experience, but she's okay. Now we're going to get to a little bit more detail here with the news clip. And of course, again, everything's in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it. Let's come back to my regular view.
We turn to the harrowing dashcam video revealed in court showing a semi-truck crashing on that Louisville bridge. The truck hit by another vehicle, the driver losing control. And you'll remember those images, her truck dangling about 100 feet above the Ohio River, then that daring rescue. Well, tonight, the other driver blamed for the crash, now facing charges. Here's ABC's Alex Perez.
Tonight, heart-stopping video played in a Kentucky courtroom capturing the crash that...
Now, let's go back a little bit because there's something else I didn't quite see when I was just showing it. It looks like there's two vehicles stopped on the bridge. So the person was just not paying attention. All right, probably speeding, not paying attention on their phone, and last minute, okay, let me not crash, but as a result, I'm going to crash into somebody else. So it's still, the person still crashed.
Video played in a Kentucky courtroom capturing the crash that led the semi-truck to careen into and precariously dangle over the Clark Memorial Bridge in
Look at that. I mean, and you could see the cabin of the actual truck, how close it was to plunging into the water. And I don't think at that height in the cabin that you'd be able to survive. And if you do survive, you'll never be the same.
Louisville. Watch closely as that pickup driver swerves out of his lane to avoid a stalled car, slamming into the semi, which then crashes over the bridge.
Well, first of all, it's a young lady. Second of all, I think by the time she was able to react, she was already hit.
26-year-old truck driver Sidney Thomas hanging onto the wheel as the semi's hood breaks away 100 feet above the water.
We're bringing you some breaking news right now. This is a picture of a truck hanging over the side of the Clark Memorial Bridge.
Louisville firefighters took nearly an hour to hoist that driver to safety and were hailed as heroes for the daring technical rescue. These videos presented as evidence in court today. The driver of that pickup, 33-year-old Trevor Branham, facing a number of charges, including driving with a suspended license. He has not yet entered a plea.
Of course, he don't got no license because he drives like that. You know, just doing whatever you want to do on the road.
And David, thankfully, the driver of that semi was not injured. An attorney for the driver of the pickup says he feels terrible and thanked those who rescued her.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet he does feel terrible, and I bet he is glad that she was rescued because, I mean, you know what? That's actually probably a very true statement. He's glad that she got rescued because if she was not rescued and if she plunged into that water, he'd be going to the penitentiary. You're talking about 25 with the L. Okay, reckless driving, and then somebody lost their life as a result or was seriously injured. Oh, yeah, it's a wrap. So he's lucky that there was just a really bad accident and she had to get rescued rather than anything worse happening. But as I close, I want to say this. Again, shout out to Louisville Fire Department, Police Department, all the first responders, everybody out there who was able to rescue the young lady. And shout out to her for keeping her composure as best as possible. The accident was 100% the pickup truck driver's fault. He's not paying attention to the cars that are stopped on the bridge. Now, I don't know why the cars were stopped. Was it an accident right there? Some kind of mechanical issue? I have no idea. We've not been told that, at least from what I've been able to read. He's not paying attention. He swerves, oncoming traffic, hits the truck, and then the truck crashes as a result. That's what happened. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what happened here? Do you think the truck driver was at fault at all? Or was it the pickup truck, the guy who got locked up or at least arrested for now? Whose fault was it? Combination of the both or just one? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Obviously, the semi driver was doing right. Was not distracted, not on the phone, eyes on the road, hand on the steering wheel, doing right. Not speeding, keeping the lane, doing the right thing. The driver of the actual pickup got in her lane and crashed into her. So it's like, what are you going to do? What else can be done in that situation? Again, God was on her side that day because that could have easily gone a whole different direction. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.